Hey, Jeff Howard here at CrazyFly Kiteboarding, and I have to tell you, hands down, this is the top board in the industry, and I'll tell you, I've been working on this board for many years with the CrazyFly guys, and I'm so proud of this thing. It is such a great feeling to get people to ride this board. Once you get the right size, it's amazing. This is the Raptor LTD. It's been out for more than a few years, constant little tweaks and changes in this board. When it comes down to riding, it is the most popular. Guys who have had these boards usually do not ever switch off of them. They just trade them in and go into that new model because we constantly work with little tiny changes. It is an amazing full carbon board, top and bottom. The 2017, one of the main changes they did on this board is the Nano Glide bottom. A lot of people say, what is this? Well, they've been working with the manufacturer to develop a skin on the bottom that has micro tiny nano grooves that run from tip to tail. It's basically a brushed surface area, and what that does is it lines that water and the surface area from keeping it running from tip to tail. The longer that water runs along that board and the smoother it runs that board, the smoother the ride. And I will tell you, you will feel it when you're riding. It's a pretty amazing, the upwind ability of this board, and also the way it handles and pops and turns. We have been working on this, and again, I'm so proud because it's so much fun riding this board. It comes in, it's got a dual concave. Now it's been this dual concave, it has a straight area on the outside here. It gives you that rail line. It centers that water to run down that center of the rail, but it gives you a good, real smooth, loose feeling along the edge. And what I mean by that is when you're over and you're holding a lot of power, this board will sit on that rail nice and smooth and not be all jumpy on you. That is one of the signature feelings of this board, which is amazing. When people get on it and they start riding it and they figure it out, it is unreal the feel that you get. But it is a full carbon board. Now, a lot of people ask me, you know, what is the difference in riding a carbon board and a glass board? The difference between a carbon and glass is carbon gives you almost 100% feedback. And what I mean by that is when you load this board, carbon wants to spring back with everything it's got. When you load up all that energy, it'll come back. Glass is definitely below that. It's a little bit slower in its reaction time, where carbon is just spot on. It's not a matter of just the weight, it's the feel and the ride. So when you load this board up and you want to go for a pop or a rally, it is amazing the feedback you'll get from this board. Now, the board comes with everything set up on it here. As you see, these are the Hexa Bindings. These have been out more than the last couple years, and has a ton of adjustability. You can adjust these straps back or forward, as well as you can twist the pads as well to get that angle that you like, that toe in or toe out type feel on there. But the Velcroing, the larger surface area, the Velcro allows you tons of adjustability. It has two straps on each side, so you can angle it as well as you can tighten it up on your foot. So it's not just a standard tighten up or loosen up. It has the built-up Hexa pads. These have been proven. I will tell you, the Hexa pads, non-molded, the molding gradually breaks down. We've done some testing on there, but these are the built-up right in the factory because they have just proven themselves. They don't break down. They don't mash out, and finally you have to change these things out. I hate that in the in the molded foam pads that gradually break down, and now your heel is almost sitting on the board. I've got these things that are years old, and they're all worn out up here, but they're still solid and give me that good cush underneath the foot. The other thing that this comes with is the razor fins. Razor fins have definitely proven their worth as well. What I like about them is they have a little flex pattern to them. You can see me flex these fins. So what happens is when you're loading up into a turn, the fin will actually flex off a little and keep it from cavitating a lot longer in that turn. And you'll feel that as you go into the turn. It's amazing to get people out riding this board and tell them to push into it and fall into a nice hard carved turn, and it will just smoothly flow into that. The flex pattern built inside of this board, a lot of people don't understand, it's not just a standard layout top and bottom. Internally, they'll have a flex pattern out here, and what that does is it gives you a little flex only on one side at a time. It gives you that turning. It's kind of like a power steering feel that goes into that. Then when you want to load it all up, that V takes this whole tip along with the concave, and you can load up and it just springs you up. Anyway, I can't say more about it. it is an amazing type ride. It's one of those boards that if you get one of these boards, it will tell you it's something that you're going to keep for many years, and it's very hard to replace, to find anything else that fits into that type of ride and feel. Anyway, if you have any questions to make sure that you have the right board, the right size for your right weight, don't hesitate to give us a call. That's Jeff Howard here with the Raptor LTD 2017.